Hey, good morning, Instagram. How are you? Good to see everybody. Good morning, YouTube. Good to see you all as well. My name is Sean Murphy, five-time #1 best-selling author. Good to see you all. International speaker and trainer. I've worked with presidents and CMOs of countries called heads of state. I've been fortunate enough to have been translated into over 40 different languages and all of that. But good morning. Good to see you all as well. My name is Sean Murphy. Let me get you a cup of coffee. Let me get the music down here as soon as I find it. There it is. All right. Hey, listen, welcome to episode 1297. 1297. I've been doing this a while. Today, the conversation, this month of the conversation is about becoming indistractable. How do we avoid a distraction? How do we stay totally focused? How do we stay totally committed to our dreams, to our goals, to our success? Well, we've been listening to, I do a morning meditation, is information exchange, conversation. Sometimes it's meditations led by me, led by others. Other times it's information for us to get the wheels spinning. I love Napoleon Hill, and so we've been listening for the last couple of days, Outwitting the Devil. So if you're familiar with that, hey, Peggy, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you made it home safe, back to Taiwan or Singapore. I forget where you're at. Hope you're home safe. Thanks for bringing your energy to the ranch. It was such a great time to have you and all of the crew out here. So Napoleon Hill has this book that's out that's unbelievably fantastic. Outwitting the Devil, back in Singapore. Cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all need to follow Peg Chinney. She's an amazing soul. She came out here to the ranch, her and a handful of friends, Silver and her and Sean and his bride. All of them came out to the ranch here, spent some time, spent about a half a day here out at the ranch. So that's kind of cool. So Napoleon Hill's got this conversation that he has, this book called Outwitting the Devil. It is so, for me, I'm an auditory person. I love listening to it. So it's, because it's public domain, you can go listen to it on YouTube. And it's pretty cool to listen to the two voices. So this morning it was about how do we stay away from drifting? Right, winter's coming. If anybody's ever lived in Florida and it's rained, there's something called black ice. When the rain hits the roads turn into sheets of ice and people slide everywhere. You drift, and drifting doesn't serve you well. Drifting does not serve you well. Let me ask you this. Is this 5 years ago when you set your big goal, when you were at that event, when you were at that training, when you bought the book that you knew was going to change your life 5 years ago, is this where you wanted to wind up? Is this the place? Is this the level of success? Is this the level of income? Is this the level? Listen, you may be on your path. You may be on your journey. I'm asking you, is this the goal that you set for? Chances are 98% of the population would say, no, this isn't where I expected to be. But Sean, you don't understand. Things happened. The COVID happened. My company shut down. This happened and that happened. I get it. It all happened. So my question then is that you weren't prepared to be undriftable. You weren't prepared to be unshakable. You weren't prepared to stay totally focused on your goal and use more of the resources that are available to you. You don't lack resources, you lack your resourcefulness. And that's called drifting. Asking for help, nobody wants to help me. I'm usually the one helping everybody else. How many of you are that person? You're the one that's always got to help everybody else. Well, you're the first one that should be asking for help. Lead by example. Man, that's bright. I got to turn that down. It looks like I'm getting interviewed by, that's a little better. There we go. Now it doesn't look like I'm being asked, are you a vampire? So on the Facebook and YouTube. So question number one, what's your word for the day? What's your word for the day? What do you mean my word for the day? Yeah, what's your word for the day? Is it determination, focus, creativity, love, peace, joy? Mine is deliver. My word for today is deliver. I woke up, started with everything that I do. It is to deliver success, deliver my deliverables, right? In the corporate world, how many of you know the term, what are your deliverables? I don't know. Maybe you use it at home too. That was not a term we used on the farm growing up. What's your deliverables? I got to put 20 bales of hay in that bin over there so the cows can eat. I guess I got to deliver hay. I don't know what you mean, deliverables. So what's your word for the day? I'd love for you to type it in the chat. What is your word for today? And the reason that you say this, the reason that you start this is what's called setting intentions. This is what's called putting on the glasses of your success. See, if you wake up with your word, deliver, I see finish, I see peace, I see joy. Focus, I see focus over here, Peggy, outstanding. Here's the thing. This is the part where people usually want to punch me in the nose. You realize that right now, Peggy, and I love Peggy, she's over in her home country. Peggy, you're going to have to focus on me and not do anything else. That's the hard part because, yes, this is a one-dimensional conversation. Me talking, you listening, sometimes you yelling back at me, sometimes you texting, sometimes you typing. But the focus isn't on me. The focus is on listening for the key, listening for the nugget, listening for the tool, listening for that piece that says that's what my reticular activating system was bringing to me. Success. Alina, do you realize that with everything you do, you have to see it as success, even if it's an upside down, backwards pineapple cake that's right side up failure? Yeah, it's the one thing. Covey said what? Keep the main thing the main thing. Wallace D. Waddle says it's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. Peace. Erica says peace. Do you realize that you have to check your body right now and see if it's at peace? When you say these words, listen, you want to avoid drifting. You want to become totally undistractable. You want to become totally focused. You have to live these words with every breath. This is nothing you are seeking because the word that you put down was seeking you as well. So where is it? It's already inside you. It's already as close as your skin. It's all ready for you to begin using now. Now. So if it's already here, peace, success, focus, joy, it is going to be your responsibility. Listen, for the next 12 hours, I'm not even asking you for a whole day. I'm asking you for a half a day. My daddy said, I don't care what time you go to bed, just know that you're going to work half a day. Always work half a day. Doesn't matter whether it's the first 12 or the second 12. You are going to work half a day. So let's work half a day on your word. Let's become totally undistractable. Let's become totally clear on our word. I wake up every morning for the last 1,297 days. I have said, I am going to deliver a message. But this message isn't about you today. This is about me. The word deliver is for me. It's not for you. I deliver every day. I'm like the postman. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine. I'm here. I'm going to deliver. You're going to get your message. You're going to get your box of goodies, of information, of content, of conversation. Some surprises in it. So when you set your word, when you set your intention, did my voice just crack? When you say your intention, Do you realize the calmness that flows over you? Do you feel the confidence that flows through you? When you decide that you are going to be authentic, when you decide that you are going to be clear, when you decide that you are going to be joy, do you realize what happens to your alter ego, to the old story? With my inner circle, we've gone through the archetypes, those personalities that you use to run your kingdom. And for those of you that aren't aware of them, Tony Robbins talks about them. They've been used for centuries as tools for people to have a clarity of conversation so they could ask deeper questions. Because if you're constantly playing 72 people in your mind, you don't get anywhere. You get confusion, you get frustration. So here's the 4 basic archetypes. Your sovereign, your king or queen, your lover, your magician, and your warrior. The majority of people are constantly working from their warrior. So when you say something like success, when you say something like integrity, because it's a word that you are designing and deciding that you are going to use in this moment, from this moment forward, it is a want, it is a wish. Listen carefully. This is brain stuff. See, most coaches would say, great, go be successful, go live in integrity, go do, and they would send you off on your way. And midway through the day, 2 hours from now, you'd be out of integrity, out of focus, out of joy, and you'd be pissed off, and you go, this stuff doesn't work. No, let me let you in on a little secret. It's your brain doesn't work. Wait, what? See, you gave your brain a command. Your brain gave your body a command. Yes, you're going to live in integrity. You're going to be successful. You're going to be authentic. You're going to be in focus. Your brain is giving your body a command. Follow me on this. Drop an F in the chat if you're listening to this, if I've got your attention. I want you to follow this, because if you follow this, you're going to have some freedoms. You're going to have some awarenesses. You're going to have some new understandings that you now can win the battle. Listen carefully. So you say the word, I say the word deliver. I say the word, my word for the day is deliver. I've made it in my mind. How many of you are capable of making a decision to make a goal, to set a goal? It's not that your goal setting is a challenge. Your goal setting is magnificent. It's your execution that sucks to high heaven. And your execution is based upon what's called neuroencoding. Your brain created the goal. Your wants, your wish, your higher self, call it what you want. You decided that you want to create a $5,000 income, a $10,000 income. You know damn well that you're capable of it. It's your execution that sucks. And why does your execution suck? Because of something called neuroencoding, because of something called self-talk, because you haven't been rewired to understand the psychology of human nature. Darwin talks about biopsychology. We now call it neuroencoding. Biopsychology is that part of the world when your environment, how many of you are in a crappy environment and you say, well, if I tell anybody my goals, they're going to tell me I'm nuts and this, that, and the other, and I don't want to have the argument because I want to have my dreams and I want to be free of this shit. And they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. You're living in a place that's a little messy, a little disorganized. You want it organized, but they don't want it organized. And if you organize it, they give you shit. That's biopsychology. That's you and your environment interacting. How many of you believe, drop a 1 in the chat if you believe that your environment can influence your success? So if that's the case, and guess what? It is. Then we have to realize, okay, so now how do we take the environment, and we change it? We have to decide that we are a product of our own decision-making, not our environment. You can change it. Listen, if you've ever gone out in the rain, you've either worn an umbrella, stuck newspaper over your head, decided not to go out. So when you grasp these understandings, when you grasp these little ideas, when you realize that it's not the big mountain you have to move, it's the stone out of your shoe that's causing you to react. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza says, personality can create your personal reality, or your personal reality can create your personality. How many of you have somebody that when you get around them, you're just like, ooh, you get weak legs. They're just so amazing. I just want to be like them. I want to be around them. I want them around me all the time. And then there's other people like, bitch, get out of here. Did I hear him right? So this is about you responding, you reacting. You pick your word. Let's see here. What are some of the other words that I saw here? Finish. Do you realize that as soon as you start something, a sentence, a thought, a conversation, you make a cup of coffee, you're going to have to finish it? And finish it. Listen carefully. Finish it doesn't mean that you drink the coffee. Finish it means you wash the cup and put it back where it started from. Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant. Tough. Tough. If you're say finish, joy means you've got to take joy to the nth degree of all of the joy that you can. Hey, good morning, everybody on Instagram. Great to have you here. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Thank you for being here today. You seeing the depth of what we're talking about here? We're talking about making a decision and following through on it. Decision means cut off. Incision, cut in. Decision, cut off. We're cutting ourselves off from any delay, distraction, confusion. And I can promise you this, if this is your first day of going to really pay attention to your word, you're going to get your ass kicked. Well, aren't you just a bowl of cherries and sunshine and whipped cream this morning, Sean? Listen, I'm telling you, when you decide that you're going to focus on your dreams, 60, 70,000, let me give you some brain stuff here. This is why you have been lulled in. You have been tricked. You have been duped by coaches and trainers. And listen, I was part of the club that tricked you. For the longest time, I did what they did because what they did made money. What I did made money. I am going against the system. I don't get death threats. I get want to kick your ass threats regularly. Because I am literally throwing all of these wonderful golden cows into the meat grinder and turning it into hamburger. Listen, when you get this, you don't need me. You won't need anyone. You'll want me, but you won't need me. Right? What's the one? It's not Mary Poppins. What was her name in the movie? Nanny McPhee. I am your Nanny McPhee of personal. I've got to get my English accent. Where's Jessica? So anyways, we're going to skip that for now. I'll work on that later. I am your Nanny McPhee of personal development. When you need me, I'll be there. When you want me, I won't be there. You won't need me. Bob Proctor said, do the thing until you don't have to do the thing. Sean Nanny Murphy. You follow me? So I'm going to challenge because you need challenged. You don't need coached. You need challenge. You don't need me to help you do more of what you're doing. What you're doing, sucks. And how do I know it sucks? Because you're not where you want to be and you keep getting frustrated. And you think, well, if I do a little bit more, and if I do it a little bit harder, if I do it a little bit faster, if I do it a little bit stronger, and if I do a little bit different, if I change things, you have to change radically. And radically requires you to have to stay focused. You know, the most powerful word you will learn is no. Hey, Ray. I think it's Ray and Talk. Listen, thank you for showing up. Claudia is an amazing soul. I love her to death. I've watched her make a decision and follow through. I've watched her stay focused, and it turned 100-fold better than she wanted. So the fact that she invited you here, Ray, I got to tell you something. It means that you're pretty darn special yourself. She didn't have to. She knows what the content is that I'm going to deliver. She invited you here because she knows that you're capable of more too. And she knows that she wants to build more and bigger in the world with you. So just want to let you know. And Flawless, there you go, Flawless. Claudia, you are an outstanding friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what mentors do. Claudia knows all this stuff. I just put it in a different aspect. I just say it different. I say it so Claudia and you guys can all go back and have a conversation going. He's a little nuts, isn't he? He's a little nuts. Watch, he'll put his hat on sideways. No cap, baby. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But I do know this. I do know how to rewire you. I do know how to unwire the crap that has happened in your life. I do know how. I've proven it thousands of times. How to unwire and rewire you for your success, not so that you stay stuck in my success, so you can build your success. Too many people, right? God created us in his likeness and in his image. Too many coaches want to create their students in their likeness and in their image. A lot of you will say things I do things I do, but you will do it in your way, not my way. You are not locked in step with me. We are locked in energy. We are locked in joy. We are locked in happiness. So, you decide a word today. I'm going to ask you to play it deeper. Ask, what does this word mean? And ask that question 5-6 times, and you'll be amazed at how far it takes you. You'll be amazed at how far you'll go. You'll be amazed at what will happen. You'll be amazed at how quickly people around you who were kind of holding you down, you didn't know they were holding you down. People that were keeping you stuck from getting started, you didn't know they were keeping you stuck from getting started. How fast they'll get pissed off. When you decide today is my day, I'm going to be in joy, you'll hear words like, the hell crawled up your butt? When are you going to remove the stick out of your ass? Oh, aren't you Miss La-di-da? You'll hear this. You'll feel this. They may never even say it. Why? Because you have made a quantum leap. Price Pritchett in his book U Squared. If you're going to go buy a $10 book today, go buy U Squared. Price Pritchett. U and like the little mathematical square, the little 2 on top. It's not U Squared, SQUARED. It's the little 2. U and the little 2. U Squared. You want to go buy a book, 30 pages? 30 pages, best book you'll ever read, best book you'll ever read. If you've read Think and Grow Rich, you'll see this in a whole different way with U Squared. If you've read Wallace D. Wattles' Science of Getting Rich, you'll see life in a whole different way. If you've read any of the books, Bob Proctor's You Were Born Rich, you will see it in a different way. What Price does, he deals with absolute corporate environment. If network marketers ever found out about Price Pritchett, there wouldn't be a comp plan big enough that could hold you back. Just saying, just saying. You want to build a business, stop building a hobby. Stop going to Build-A-Bear and stuffing bears with stuffing. Ooh, look at my bear. It's filled with nothing, nothing. It's a stuffed bear. I think it's great for kids, but stop building a business that you're going to stuff bears and giving it to kids. That's not a big hobby. That's not a big business. You want to run $1 million business, $1 million a month business. It's not about stuffing bears unless you're going to go build your own bear factory. So how do you make this difference? You start with writing your gratitude. Gratitude. I'm grateful. You wouldn't know grateful if it jumped up and bit you in the tuchus. Oh, I say thank you. That's not grateful. That's being polite. Don't confuse being polite with being filled with gratitude. Gratitude is when your spaghetti spills all over you and you go, it's a one-of-a-kind piece of art clothing I now wear. Wait, what? When you spill the coffee in your car saying, I am so excited. I get to go clean my car today. Oh my gosh. I wonder who I'm going to meet at the car shop, at the car wash that I could talk to about my business. Evidently, I got to meet somebody. I got it. Listen, for those of you that got the invite from Claudia, I want to just hold up for just a second. Do you realize the gift? Not that I'm a gift. Listen, this isn't about me tooting my own horn. This is about somebody caring enough to put themselves out there. Because listen, I could have been a jerk today. I could have came on and went, ribbit. I don't know why the Budweiser commercial came up. Dude, what's up? Right? Anyways, so that's how my brain works. Claudia could have invited you and I could have been on an off day. That's a rare thing. That would have been cool for you to show up for that anyway. But whenever you invite somebody to an event, we get a little bit curious about, are they going to like it? I hope they like it. I like it. Do they like it? I don't know if they like it. Are they going to offend them? So whatever you get out of it the idea, get out of it the concept that it's okay to invite people and they may or may not like it. Just remember the gift of being on the invitation list. You get that? You're on the invitation list. That should tell you something. Somebody with Claudia's capability, her capacity, her commitment to life, her success that she's going through and continuing to go through. You're on her invite list. Shit, somebody invites me to something, you're damn well Skippy, I'm going to show up. I don't get that many invites. I think people are scared. Well, he already knows about that. I don't know about it. Even if I've done it 1,000 times, I don't know about it because I've never had the invite from you to go know more about it. What's up with the voice? How old is he? Is he like wearing an old man's outfit? He's like 12. Yeah, pretty much. So I've taken you over the half hour. Here's my suggestion for you today. Really get clear on your word. Get clear on the word that you decided today. When you get clear on the word you decided today, take a moment, literally take 5 minutes. Is your life worth 5 minutes? I think it's worth 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes and say, what would happen if I became, here's the funny part, if I became the statue to this word? Meaning, if your word was authentic, and they're like, son of a biscuit eater. When Tommy, on September 15th, when Tommy did his authentic word, shit, we're building a statue to him, because if anybody wants to know what authentic is, that day, September 15th, 2022, was the day the definition got rewritten. Could you rewrite the definition of peace, of joy, of happiness, of love, of courage, of positivity? What would happen? What would change for you? Listen, this is so good. I love this. Listen, I'm excited because this is being downloaded to me in my head. What would happen if you became the new definition? If you rewrote the definition to an exponentially better meaning of whatever the word is? How freaking cool would that be? That'd be something. That'd be something. So, gratitude. Please, 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 please learn gratitude. Please understand gratitude. And what I mean by that is understand it and see how it can weave its way into your life. A very dear friend of mine, Daniela Jukic, does a gratitude call every day. How often? Every day. Which day? Only days that end in a Y. Every day at 11 o'clock Eastern. You can learn about it. It's called Gratitude with Danny. She's been doing it now for 30 months. Almost 30 months. reading the same book and learning on it every day, saying, oh my God, was this in the book? 30 times. How many times have you read a book? I can tell you the awakenings, the awarenesses, the successes of being a part of that community is phenomenal. For those of you that are Muppet friends. Anyway, so write out some joys for you. Hey, 16 people. Oh my gosh. VIPers, there's 16 people on the Instagram. Did he just say on the Instagram? On the IG. Hey, I appreciate you all so very much. I'd be curious. What did you learn? One thing you learned, one thing you liked. I'd love for you to report back to Claudia. Many of you are probably guests of hers. Thank you for showing up. Hey, listen, click the follow button. I don't know if there's a follow button on IG. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Get back with Claudia and tell her, hey, listen, thanks for inviting me. Here's the one thing I learned, the one thing I like, because you know what'll happen is she, as this brilliant mind that she is, can take that one thing, because I talked about a lot of stuff. I'm like, I'm like the proverbial shit hitting the fan. I'm everywhere. I'll cover you up. When you learn that one thing and that one thing, and you get back to Claudia with it, she has this capacity and capability to remember what that one thing is and to help make sure you stay stuck on that. I cover thousands of things. I'll say the same thing, but I'll say it over and 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 over again, different ways. Get back with Claudia. Tell her thank you. And listen, even if you don't like me, tell her thank you, going, I don't ever have to wonder if I got to go to his page again. Get back with Claudia and tell her the one thing you learned, the one thing you liked. And I could promise you, Claudia will take that and she'll put Miracle Grow on it and she'll turn it into something spectacular. And in 7 days' time from today, if you follow that, if you do that, if you follow the one thing you learned, the one thing you like, your life will never be the same. In 7 days, in 24 short hours, you'll have some things moving in your body, things moving in your system. You'll call Claudia and you'll have days like, you won't believe what happened. Those things happen all the time. So I love you tons, Instagram. If you want to join me in my community, you can go to personalundevelopment.com, not personal development, personal undevelopment, taking away all the things that don't work so the things that you know that do work can show up. I'm your head misfit, Sean Murphy. I'll see y'all where? At the next event. This show is powered by and brought to you by ketones. Ketones are an amazing thing for your brain. Get your brain hyped up, fired up, and moved on. This show brought to you, powered by ketones. I love you tons. All right, everybody. Bye for now. Hang on, VIPers. Wait a minute. I'm not adding a picture. Cancel. There we go. And I'll share that later. And YouTube, appreciate you so very much. Thank you for being here. This show, powered by ketones. I love you tons. Stop the focus mode. No, we're going to stop the live stream. I'll see y'all where? At the next event. Till then, bye for now.